Welcome everybody back to the Blaston Cyber Cup Day 2 here. I'm your host and caster Friday Starwise, and I'm also joined by my co-caster Sassy the Sasquatch, also known as Super. How you doing, Super?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me here. I was sad I didn't get to be here yesterday, but it looks like we're getting right into it already.
Yeah, so typically when we start here with the tournaments, we are gonna start off with just a little bit of a lag test here, but let's check it out. Let's take a look at some of the weapons they've got going on here.
It seems like a pretty normal loadout here. I can already see the Luma over there. I'm not sure who is who here. Oh wait, never mind.
Yes, we got names, don't worry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, looking at some of the weapon loadouts, you should probably get you some game audio. Lance Rapide, oh my god, my English today. Or Josie here, a little bit of a setup play. Need it from both sides, so Lance Nade, Nova for Master here, so a lot of a more slow, higher cooldown set going on for Master, but it looks like they're gonna go underway.
Starting up with the Luma here.
And so Nova moving slowly towards Master, or sorry, towards Josie as it tries to disrupt him and prevent him from going more aggressive here. Josie's loadout still not quite back up just yet. The Lance not the most ideal to use here, but Lance Rapide gonna go underway for Josie, but Master takes quite a lot of damage here, already down to less than half, down to less than a quarter.
Oh man, we're gonna have to see some bounce back here. We've seen some really good use of the Hurricane and Ellipse weapons for Master so far, but not a lot of connections here. Pretty much, actually 100% none. He has been making good use of the projectile blocking weapon so far though.
Ooh.
Good catch by Master right there.
Oh, look at this tuck and roll.
Hitting the deck. He's gonna get taken out though. That is round one of what I believe is our lag test warm-up game.
No, I think that was the real deal.
Oh, this is the real deal.
Yeah, they're going at it.
Yeah, he wouldn't be hitting the deck for the warm-up.
Wow, so Josie has had has done a great job at really forcing Master into his style of play. Especially, the Lance Rapide really forcing Master, as you said, hit the deck, hit the ground, and force them to play exactly the spot where Josie wants them to play. Aegis Shield not even to, or sorry, Cortex Shield not even able to assist with that.
Yeah, oh my gosh, she's taking some big hits right there. The Cortex Shield doing the work it can, but not really enough to get away from all of the projectiles being thrown out. We're seeing a lot of that, like I said, the Hurricane and Ellipse weapons, but not a lot of connections there. Ooh, great dodge by Master.
Yeah, and even then with Master using the Viper Ellipse, not a whole lot of sub for it means it's not quite going to connect. And here Josie got the full loadout, going aggressive, and down and out Master is going to be.
Master did not have a lot of options there. He kind of saw it coming. I think he was just waiting for that Cortex, but it was not going to be coming. That is going to be our game one. I believe it is best of 5.
Exactly, you are correct. So now we're just seeing the players perform their loadout changes. So we may see, I can imagine Josie is probably going to stay the same. Maybe he might change it just because Josie is just a jack of all trades and able to really perform well with any type of weapon you put in his hands. But we're definitely probably going to see some switch up from Master here. And so as we let them take the time, fix their loadout, adjust what they need, slowly working our way to getting the code in just a few short moments. I mean, like, Josie had, what was it? So the Lance Rapide coming in, followed by, I think it was the Novas that were pushing in with some of the hammer shots coming out here, and really just focusing Master to be stuck in the center of the podium, either to tank some of those lance take damage, or really face the brunt of the hammer?
Yeah, we saw a lot of pretty wild lance play right there. He was able to sort of put them in places where it literally was the only option to hit the deck, as we saw Master do. But he was able to block some of those shots at some points with his Cortex shield, but it wasn't quite enough to avoid the massive tick damage that can come from the lance. And everything after that was just sort of slow chip damage that would eventually take him out. Yeah, I would assume that we're probably going to see a pretty big loadout shift for Master. I would assume he's probably going to switch out some of the Hurricane and elliptical weapons over there, just because they didn't seem to be doing him much good. I didn't see a single one of those land. So hopefully he will take some notes there and change it up. I don't even think he had a tether or anything. It didn't even seem like there was much projectile bombardment on his part.
Yeah, definitely no tether at all in this match. So just pure Josie setting everything up so far in that match. And it looks like we are getting the code in now. So let's hop into it. So we are loading in here for game number 2 in the best of 7 semifinals here. So winner of this match will move on to the grand finals. And let's just take a short moment here to appreciate some of our sponsors for today's event. Number 1 going to be Resolution Games, which you just saw on screen there. Obviously, you all know and love them. They've created Blaston, they've created Demio, they've created Ultimex here, launching soon. Definitely check out some of their other games, or just keep playing Blaston, because we all know how fun it is. Like test number 2 here underway.
As we can see, the loadouts definitely have shifted. No more Hurricane weapons on the side of Master. And I think that Raptor Ellipse wasn't there on Josie's side last time. I could be wrong, though. Frostbite is now at play. I don't get to see a lot of that, but it is definitely a useful utility if used correctly. Oh, no, never mind.
Oh, they swapped sides.
Yeah. No, Master does have a Hurricane, actually. That is my fault. See the nonchalant dodges here.
I think Master, yeah, hitting the gritty. I thought he was swimming.
I like to think that they have podiums in their room that they're standing on to really get the. Oh, look at that! Look at that.
Good sportsmanship. That's what we always like to see.
Mm-hmm.
Still getting themselves situated here, and I mean, yeah, that kind of confused me for a sec. I thought Josie had just swapped out quite a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, but Quicksilver, yeah, definitely tether now coming into play. So if you thought Josie was scary before, I don't know, just give it a few moments. Master already taking quite a lot of damage here in the first few seconds of the match.
The preemptive Nova shots here, kind of interesting.
Oh, Josie's still able to dodge even with the tether in hand.
Uh-huh.
I love how that worked. Look at that, like, the little hops. Wow, 0 damage intaken from Josie. Good juggle, look at that.
Oh. Very good distraction play there. Even if that grenade doesn't hit, it is definitely something to worry about. Those heavy projectile weapons are something that can be very, very scary, but it looks like Master's going to start getting some damage here. Some good damage too, but he's going to start taking some as well. Some more ellipse weapons coming out on the side of Master. Both players throwing curve shots at each other.
I mean, Josie's had just such a great setup here. He does have the tether. He's going to be able to use it. Oh, and the Viper Ellipse combated with the tether. Josie's going to take the damage from it instead here.
Oh, no. This is some serious chip damage needs to be worried about here.
Yeah. Ooh.
The Hurricane is coming back in, though. A lot of projectiles on the side of Josie.
Wow,
taking
Josie
good damage.
taking a massive one. Could be anyone's game.
Up in the air.
Both in the red. Josie trying to maneuver around the Nova.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Still alive.
Great
Oh.
Cortex shield play.
Yeah,
On
Master.
both sides.
Master blocking that nade, but might not survive through this. No, they will. Oh, I'm so scared. What's happening? 3 seconds?
Oh, he catches the Luma. Throws it back at him. Oh! That's going to be a... Oh, no. Josie had more health there.
Just
that
barely.
was a very close game. Now we're getting interesting here.
I mean, how... In a matter of seconds, you saw Master almost completely change it around. A little bit of extra damage was all it needed. One Viper shot, one Luma shot, something here. But Josie, I don't know, maybe something triggered, went Super Saiyan 2. Josie is known to just test the waters with their opponent. Literally going like Super Saiyan and then Super Saiyan 2 and then move it on to God mode.
Although... Master has already dealt the damage that was left over on Josie's health bar, so it seems like he's definitely hitting a groove here. Hopefully he can keep that up. I like the preemptive Nova shots there. You see he's sort of putting down some, instead of waiting for some shots to come to him, he's limiting the playfield of where shots can come from on Josie's side, which is a very smart play here. And then he throws out a lot of Hurricane shots behind the Hurricane, the Nova itself, so definitely a lot of territorial play there, but not a ton of damage going into the second game so far.
Unless you're Master and you're down half.
Oh yeah. Well, it seems like we're a little bit late here.
Tether gonna be dropped. I haven't seen much play and usage out of the Tether. I mean, it has caused a lot of pressure for Master, but with most of the other cooldowns here for Josie, hasn't been as effective. I don't know, maybe we're seeing a little bit different here.
Yeah. The little Tether we have seen, though, has been able to show the movement ability of Josie being able to dodge barrages while still keeping the Tether in hand. Pretty impressive.
Oh, Josie taking some massive damage.
Big damage, though, yeah. Hitting the red. Throwing the Frostbite, not going to connect. I'd love to see one of those connect at some point, but he's taking out the Luma Bell along with the Nova shots behind him, and it looks like this is going to be another win for Josie by default.
Oh, we're going to go right into it here. No loadout swap whatsoever. So it is best of 7 here, just to clarify for all you players out there and viewers. So... even if Josie wins this next round, or next game, we'll still see another one after this.
Oh man, big damage early on here for Master. Getting a little chip damage on Josie, but not enough to really matter when it comes to the amount of damage that he's taken so far. Slowly throwing out some ellipse rounds.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That was sneaky. I mean, that almost landed too.
Yeah. Great Cortex shield throw right there. He's been really hitting those.
Yeah. Oh, finally landed the Luma shot here and forced Josie into the Nova.
The gun's not working.
I know, gun jam. Faking it. I love that. I love the expressions you can get from the players. Like, you know what's going on. Oh yeah, there's some kind of lag. Some kind of lag going on. Yeah, resetting the match there. So, don't worry. That first one was a warm-up. We're getting that in.
We're running that back here.
Oh, hop, step, jump. Breaking the tether. I mean, that made sense. Look at the Novas coming in and the setup that Master has would have been a huge deal for Josie to try to tank some of it.
Yeah, I think regardless there was some damage to be taken there, but oh my god, Master taking huge damage already.
Ooh, make that double.
Trying to get some more of those ellipse shots to connect, but not able to surprise. I want to see some more behind the back shots to see if we can do something that.
Still no connect from the Frostbite. Now Josie stuck in the back corner, slipping and sliding through those Novas.
Ooh.
The setup is just brutal here from Josie.
Yeah, Josie's definitely in a really good position here, getting some more damage on Master hitting the red. Great Nova deflections though, and still able to keep in the game after that. That was more than enough damage to end the game right there. We got the tether out again. Oy.
Oh, this is
Ooh.
so difficult. Master really forced to look back and forth as the hammer nade comes from the back and the Viper shots come from the front.
A lot of distractions, a lot of things to keep focus on, but he is holding strong so far. Hasn't taken damage in a little while. I take that back, and that's going to be the end of it.
You know what I like that Josie's doing? Josie's starting to get a good read on how Master has been blocking a lot of the nades. So starting to throw it behind them to cause even more distraction.
He uses that Cortex shield very well to block those nades, but it's not effective to turn around to throw that Cortex shield. Oh, look at that, though. Just as I was saying it.
That was pretty smart, actually. Master throwing the Cortex shield and then the Frostbite right behind it.
Very defensive play.
I like this juggle.
Mm-hmm.
I tried juggling in some of my games. I don't know. I just drop everything. It's not work for me. No.
Doesn't seem like something I should even really attempt. 30 damage coming from the Ellipse weapon right there. Oh my gosh, yeah, the Viper doing some serious damage. Almost in the red here for Master. Josie full health still.
Yeah, this is definitely a Josie game. Josie almost getting caught up by that Viper shot.
Mm-hmm. Tether comes out.
Oh, Josie's finally taking damage. Oh, massive damage, but I don't know. Master getting taken out there.
That is a rough one indeed, but look at that. GG. Great sportsmanlike conduct there. Both players performing very well in their own respective skill sets. I think that was a really good first game to start out with. What do you think, Star?
I mean, yeah, you could see a lot of the skill demonstrated from both players. Although Josie is, I guess, overwhelmingly winning so far, you can still see the thought process and all the little knowledge and experience that comes in from Master here in this best of 7 match. And you know, we still got potentially one more game. Unless we start to see a reverse sweep, then I mean that'd be definitely something to watch out for. But I like Master is holding on with a lot of little tricks, little plays here that shows their knowledge and expertise, and almost catches Josie off guard sometimes. But we're just seeing Josie just able to set up much more than what Master is able to do, hence causing him to take the lead in these matches.
He's definitely able to put a lot more pressure projectile-wise onto Master, forcing him to really divide his attention, especially like you were saying with those hammer nades being thrown behind him. It is not a good strategy to really put your back to your enemy at any point in time, and that just really... Projectiles coming from all angles is such a difficult thing to deal with attention-wise, and so it's a very important thing that he is able to balance where he is on the platform in order to make sure he's not putting himself in a position to get sandwiched. But it is a very difficult thing to do, and I don't think I could ever learn how to deal with that. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's a million years.
It's scary too because Josie doesn't fire the Viper lip shots from left and right. He fires it from up and down. So that's even more. So you have the hammer nades coming in from above behind you, and you've got the Viper lip shots coming from below you, from straight behind you and in front of you at the same time. I don't know, man. 3D VR, it gets crazy.
Yeah, it's almost doubling as a hurricane weapon, but in combination with that tether, it's like the most dangerous hurricane weapon. It is a real horror to watch that coming at you at that kind of speed. And he was hitting a good amount of them too. We saw Master do some attempts of some flashy ellipse stuff with the behind the back lance shot, but it wasn't really working out for him. I don't think he landed very many of those ellipse rounds onto Josie, but that is not a problem. He was getting some great damage in with the Nova. He was using another weapon in tandem with it. It might have been the Luma, I'm not quite sure. He was definitely getting some good pressure down and able to force Josie into some pits there, taking some damage, but it wasn't quite enough.
right, and we're just players are just taking their time to get things loaded here. A little bit of a delay as they're just, I guess, using a little bit of an extra time to take a break.
Understandably. I wish I had like a layout of the rooms these people are in, because I kept seeing Master like turn around. I think he probably was drinking water or something, but he had like a little it's just a very funny thing to see how much expression you can have just with your body alone. Like you said, it's definitely, you could tell what the emotion of the players is at the time. It's a very interesting dichotomy. Something you don't see a lot in games.
And so Josie just one more game away from moving on to the grand finals here. If they're able to just secure the next 2 rounds, that's going to be the end of the road here for Master. But Master, I don't know. If Master gets a reverse sweep here, I think that would just be an incredible match to watch.
100%, yeah, and I think he's definitely got the ability to do it too. He has the damage potential, but it is going to be an uphill battle, no doubt. So hopefully we will see something.
All right, and it's going to be in our little break screen here, just an extra handful of minutes as we allow the players to just get some needed water, needed break. I mean, these matches sure do get intense for all you players out there. You definitely know as I mean, we've seen Master literally drop on the floor to avoid some of these shots, especially when the Lance Rapide play comes in. And I mean, yeah, what else are you supposed to do in those cases? Just
100%, yeah. There's really not many options in terms of dodging when you have just a whole wall of projectiles coming towards you. But I'm having trouble sort of foreseeing what could be a possible loadout change for Master. It seems like he's got the ability with the current weapon kit he has to do the damage that needs to be done, but I think he probably isn't too happy with the performance he's had so far. So I'm interested to see what maybe he thinks he can change up there. He does not have a Tesseract, which could definitely change the game a lot. We see Josie have the Tether Lance combo, allowing him to really throw those ellipse bullets pretty fast. And I think with Master using them so often, it wouldn't be completely unforeseen to have him come out with one of those next round. But what do you think, Star?
I don't know. So far, Josie's best setup has been that Lance Rapide. Master hasn't had much luck on these setups. I mean, it's so difficult to get Josie to just get taken down with the Viper lip shots because he's so acutely aware with it. I can almost see the Nova giving him a bit of trouble for those setups. So I can see Master maybe pulling out a Nova and a little bit more bullet hell action with some more hammer type weapons, possibly a lance of some sort, but I mean, it really depends on their playstyle too.
Yeah, 100%. We've seen Master switch up a little bit, actually quite a bit here. He's definitely able to perform a lot of both the defensive and offensive playstyles. We've seen a lot of great defensive playstyles with him with that Cortex shield and the Nova combo. He's definitely been able to stomp a lot of insane pushes coming towards his way, which I think Josie has adapted to very well, not to the benefit of Master, but we will see if he's able to change that up a little bit more, see if he can't adapt even more as we move into this next round.
Now let's just take a few moments to, I guess, continue our sponsor shout out here. We were, I guess, cut off by the start of the match here. Resolution Games, obviously our first one we mentioned earlier. There's also Influence Connections. If you have any video editing needs, definitely give them a shout out as they are incredibly good at what they do. Ember Studios, which is us for your production needs, and Fluid Gaming if you're looking to connect with other content, like-minded creators. Check them out as well and learn how to improve on some of your craft. So here we are loading into the game. I can assume we're going to get a bit of a lag test here first, but I'll take a look at what some of their loadouts will be. like the T pose. One of my favorites.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I am having a little bit of trouble loading in, but I think that should. Yep, we are in. I do like the T pose. I'd love to know how you can. I wonder if that's just like a
That's
loading
default.
in
Yeah,
pose,
it's a
or
loading in
yeah.
pose.
When does the motion control start to come into play, or can it start whenever you like?
I suppose as soon as you load it in.
Okay, so yeah, he's just the placeholder for us now. Sorry, Master.
And I like the audience just staring right at him.
Yeah, they got no thoughts behind those eyes.
I gotta say, one of my favorite things about Blaston is just the different environments and the maps that you can play out. It's so detailed. I mean, you can see like everything here on the
Yeah,
background.
it's got such
Yeah,
a good aesthetic,
yeah.
for real. I always like the VR detailed choice to eliminate players' arms for the sake of vision.
Yeah.
I feel like so many games do that, and it's always so funny to look at. But I think it actually fits this game quite well in terms of aesthetic. It definitely is a very armless aesthetic, if you know what I mean.
Got that Rayman feel, you know.
Amen, brother.
I think my favorite map is the ice one. I forget the name all the time, but it's literally just two podiums of ice in the middle of a big lake with the icy background. Oh, it feels so like cold and desolate because there's no audience. There's no nothing. You can just hear the cool breeze of the wind. Cool chill.
Oh man. Speaking of chills, I'd love to know what kind of fish are in this universe. Ice fishing is always fun. I can't even imagine what monsters lurk beneath that. They need to put some lore on that.
Just a kraken comes out of nowhere and takes one of the players down. Then it becomes
100%.
a horror game. Low key, I thought when you were like speaking of chills, and I thought you were gonna start doing the chills voice. Number 13.
I don't got the forethought for that, but I would have.
Josie's #1 play of the season happened in VR. One of the worst things you can see in matchmaking is as a new player is facing off against Josie.
That is actually the roughest one, though. That you started from #1, not 10.
And then chat, Burger King foot lettuce.
Burger King foot lettuce. Blaston foot lettuce.
Oh god. One of the worst things that can happen to you is if you step on your toe while playing and fall down.
Although that might actually work out in your favor.
Oh, maybe you dodged something.
I would love to see if someone could set up a podium in their room and what it would look like for someone to fall off that in real life. Just to watch them hit the ground,
Oh
like
gosh.
fully.
I'd be so
Not
worried.
in, like in game, you see them all the way down.
Oh. It is quite dangerous too, because I mean, you don't realize what's happening in the real life. So if you don't have proper setup, and I guess a word of advice, give yourself proper space when playing Blaston, because you really do get into it. One of the things that happened was I didn't realize there's a ceiling lamp above me, and you can already see where it's going. And I try to catch a hammer nade midair, and me being 6'1" can almost reach the ceiling in most cases. But I don't know.
Yeah, I've had a few moments somewhere that, not in Blaston, but the ability to touch my ceiling fans has not been kind to me over the last few weeks, I'm not gonna lie. I can't even imagine trying to play this game in my house.
So it is possible that Josie could have thought this was best of 5 as well. That's why we're
It is true. He's just gone
very
forever.
possible. So, as we're trying to make sure Josie comes back in, or he's just got some crazy loadout getting planned here.
Yeah, he's got the this six head kit incoming.
I'm getting a message here from Master. I've broken 7 light bulbs from playing Blaston and twisted 2 ankles, so it's harsh playing in your house.
2 ankles. That's both ankles.
Yeah. Bro, you're supposed to break your opponent's ankles, not yourself.
Oh yeah, dude, you gotta hit him with a cross up. That's the dream.
In the gritty, he just gets the win, hits the gritty.
With his 2 twisted ankles.
At least there's some hype Blaston music playing. I love it. You can't hear it, but I'm playing it on stream here.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No, I have my music turned down just because it's too hype. My brain can't handle it in these interim rounds.
All right, so thanks, Master, for appreciating my announcer voice. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the game of 24 versus Tesseract. Just because both Josie and Master were under the impression that it was a best of 5. So, and we may go back to this final semifinal match. So what we'll do is we will take a short break as we get that set up here. I don't know if Super wants to say something before we head into our small intermission break.
No, I think you've covered everything. I appreciate the opportunity. Josie has just realized it is best of 7, though.
Yeah, Josie's gone. Oh, Josie's back. Okay. Of course, Josie comes back just as we're about to cue out our exit.
Here we go.
Yeah, I heard that. That's a very iconic noise. So,
They're all cheering for
yeah.
T-posing.
Yep. I can't even stand up. It's just like. Yes. So they are. Josie's back. So we're just gonna continue. I love how right when you make the decision to just we'll move on to the next round, everything will be okay. We'll come back to it. Josie's back.
Immediately. He was watching the whole time. He was waiting for that
Yeah,
last
like,
second.
all right when they say it, like on the phone.
This is intentional. The cheering is not slowing down.
I mean, they're hyped.
They're hyped, man. I don't blame him. Look at this. He's been T-posing for a while. At a certain point, it gets impressive.
So I think Master actually left the duel, so we gotta exit, come back and do it. They're cheering for nobody now.
We'll be cheering for eternity in an empty lobby. I like to think that Master is just standing in real life in that exact position.
We
have our
hope.
code.
Back to the T-pose.
Mm-hmm. The classic. And they're no longer cheering anymore. What happened? We missed something.
You know, this particular version of the T-pose is not as exciting as the other.
No, definitely not.
I don't know if you've watched like Zoolander.
I have, yes.
This is not Blue Steel
No, it is not.
or Magnum.
I like everyone is like glancing around at each other, like confused. Like, is this right? Are we supposed to be watching this? Just like all the audience making nervous glances. I think Josie is pranking us again. I think he
He left again, waiting.
he left again. I'd like to point out that in all this time, Master has had 5 glasses of water, a well-hydrated boy.
I haven't had a single glass.
Yeah, I am here, thirsty.
Oh, there we go.
Here we go.
All right. Of course, we're gonna do our lag test here. Make sure everything's okay.
Master's head is on the floor.
You know, they say you gotta keep yourself grounded.
I guess so. He certainly looks so.
She just cast his card. Josie in the lead. He's gonna win.
my
Josie's
God,
gonna win.
Oh man, that was gross. You picked his head up, man. Master getting settled here, picking up his hands. Look at the juggle here on Josie's side, one-handed.
That's how you do your lag test, you know? If you can juggle perfectly fine, then you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any lag, so probably gonna get to it so far. Alright, I think this might be the real deal here.
Mm-hmm. Scores reset. Game starting.
Yeah, this looks real already. Wait, we didn't even look at... Oh, there's a Vandal! A Vandal on the side of Master.
Yeah, Master also has a Hammer Ellipse this time instead of a Hurricane.
A lot more setup here. I mean, he had so much trouble with the Frostbite. I can't imagine the Vandal being that much more difficult. And for those of you who never see the Vandal, it's that black orb you just saw.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, yeah, look at that. That is a hard combo to deal with.
Oh wow, already down to quarter.
Big damage, yeah.
Josie, not even one bit of damage. Not even a stray bullet. Oh my goodness. Ah, he died. Oh, I hope Master's okay.
He definitely took that one on the chin. That was a great shot by Josie there with the Ellipse. Ellipse Luna, or Luma.
Here
Great
comes.
Nova shots, definitely putting some pressure on Josie while he's waiting for something to spawn in.
Oh, good stop on the nade here from Master.
Viper does end up there.
Look at this.
I believe that is the Ellipse. Yep, look at that. Oh, taking some big damage.
Master was doing pretty good with some of the chip damage they're getting.
He was. Both players nearly at identical amounts of health. Josie a little bit in the lead. Ooh, getting up close there. Ooh, good hits with the Luma though.
Master already in the red. Last few seconds could spell disaster for them as Josie is 1 round away from moving on to the grand finals.
Waiting for, it seems to be all the weapons to spawn in here. Josie's taking his time.
I'm scared. Josie's waiting, planning it out here. Yeah. Oh, completely drop blocks the entirety of that. Oh, there it is! The aggressive play, he was waiting for it.
Yeah, he walked into that.
Literally.
Oh, they're gonna dap it up here.
Oh no! All right, bring it in, bring it in. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
How cute.
Across state borders. The hug heard around the world. Damn, I was gonna call BM for a little bit. I thought Master was doing him dirty.
I mean, I guess we saw Josie just set up for a podium rush at the very end, literally just charging. So for context, for some of the new players, if you move out of bounds on your podium, you take massive amount of damage. I don't know. I think it's like 50 damage every 2 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Chat could definitely know a little bit more, but so Josie really risking it all for that last play, and it paid off.
He had the confidence for sure, and he knew what he was doing, but it's definitely still a freaky play to witness. I'm sure on Master's side, it's even freakier to play against.
All right, perfect. And with that being said, we are going to take a short intermission break as we move on to the second half of our semifinals, 24 versus Tesseract. So stick around, stay tuned. We'll be right back. But Lance Rapide going to go underway for Josie, but Master takes quite a lot of damage here. Already down to less than half. That's down to less than a quarter. Oh, look at this tuck and roll.
Hitting the deck.
Glowed out, going aggressive, and down and out Master is going to be.
The Hurricane is coming back in, though. A lot of projectiles on the side of Josie.
Wow, Josie
good damage.
taking a massive one.
Oh, that's going to be a... Oh, no. Josie had more health there.
Just
that
barely.
Was a very close game. Now we're getting interesting here. Throwing the Frostbite, not going to connect. I'd love to see one of those connect at some point, but he's taking out the Luma Bow along with the Nova shots behind him, and it looks like this is going to be another win for Josie by default.
Shots come from the front.
A lot of distractions, a lot of things to keep focus on, but he is holding strong so far. Hasn't taken damage in a little while. I take that back, and that's gonna... Tether comes out.
Well, Josie's finally taking damage. Oh, massive damage, but I don't know. Master getting taken out there. Oh my goodness. He died. Yeah. Oh, completely drop blocks the entirety of that. Oh, there it is. The aggressive play. He was waiting for it.
Yeah, he walked.
All right, bring it in. Bring it in. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back here. I'm your host and caster for today's Starwise, joined by my co-caster, Super. Which way does that go?
Huh?
No, I'm trying to point at like your direction, but I'm pointing the opposite way. There you go. You're on my left, I think, on screen. And I mean, we're here with the second semifinals match of the day. It's going to be Tesseract versus 24 in a head-on collision to see who's going to go on to the grand finals.
We can already see that Tesseract is definitely suffering on the ping side of things. He is in Europe. I'm not sure where 24 is, but it seems like it's not Europe. But I'm not sure how much it's going to affect things. Pretty different loadouts here.
But yeah, we'll show you what we're looking at the screen here. Both players have been loaded in.
Yeah, actually, the only differences here are really the Luma and the Wildcat. The only other difference would be the Raptor Ellipse on the side of Tesseract, but I'm not exactly sure how much of a difference it's going to play. It seems like both these kits are relatively similar, other than the Frostbite and the Wildcat, but we will see how that plays out.
Yeah, it seems more like 24 is focusing on the setup for the Luma with a bit of extra damage coming in from the hammer type weapons, and then Tesseract is focusing more on the Viper with extra bit of damage from the hammer type weapons as well.
Yep, got two hammer type weapons, Hammer Nade and Hammer Ellipse. Oh man, he shot his head off.
Gone.
Gone. Look at him, he's gone.
So there's a bit of other context provided by Turbo in chat. Thank you so much. Both of them haven't played in a competition for a while. 24 has had a lot more time to practice, as Tesseract has been away for the last month from competitive play at least.
Well, I'm glad to see him back in the swing of things, and I hope he's had some time to prepare. We can see 24 stretching right now. I don't know if you saw that. He touched his toes for a second, doing a little jig.
I don't know. That's a very interesting stretch if your head is down to the floor like that.
Oh no, I mean I'm 24, not Tesseract.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Tesseract is doing a little bit more than stretching. He's tearing.
I think this is like a dance routine.
Oh yeah, head on floor.
Like 24's got like this. Like how I that kind of gave me a feel like, oh, Tesseract, wake up! I don't like this.
Yeah. It's like, why isn't it hitting him more? What is happening? He's trying to. Oh,
kill him.
He did a little side flip there.
Tesseract, wake up! I don't like this. Oh, he won.
He won. He woke him up.
There we are. Still there, don't worry, he woke up.
We are alive.
I think the lag test is done already. I don't know, we kind of just hopped in here.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the, it looks like we're resetting here. And I think we might be good to go. I think this is the real deal here.
Yeah, looks like it. Alright, underway. Hammer versus hammer action here as both players kick it off with their full util.
Great frostbite nade by 24 right there. Definitely not, you don't see that used to its full potential a lot. Hammer versus hammer indeed, though.
Wow, good follow-up combo from 24. The frostbite after the Luma.
Some serious volleys.
Ooh. I think
my god.
Tess would have gotten a very clean setup here, made it so difficult for 24, but 24 with the drop lock, stopping the nade, and Tesseract doing the same right back.
24 looking for something to do here. Throws the nade up, trying to dodge the Ellipse Viper rounds here. Doesn't have much for him to go off of.
Both players have had such acute sense of awareness against each other's nades and knowing where they might end up going. That shows the experience of that they have. Tesseract getting a little bit overwhelmed here, dropped to a sliver of health.
Hammer nade coming in clutch there for 24. 24 being able to shoot his hammer nade. Shield coming out. It's not looking good for Tesseract here. Both players using their hammer ellipses.
Tesseract able to dodge the bullet held.
Oh!
Well, not the snowball to the face though.
Frostbite to end it. That is a rough one for sure.
That's cold.
That.
That's
That
cold.
cold. He's cold for that one.
Maybe Spine over in chat calling out Tesseract a little bit, saying Tesseract not quite used to the high speed of Luma.
Oh man, yeah. No tethers on either side though here.
Yeah, Tether being a more rare case for its use. When it comes out though, definitely a lot of hype.
Yeah, 100%.
Good block on the nade. I think most of the nades in this game have just completely been blocked.
Yeah, especially by 24. 24 has done really well at shooting the nades midair rather than even using anything like an Aegis shield. He really is making sure he has that shield available for when he needs it. Ooh, but taking a big shot right there from his Ellipse Viper. 24 going down, almost half health, all the way done. I didn't even get to see what he got hit with there. I was looking at the weapons, and I looked up and his health was gone.
1-1 for both teams already.
This is a good game so far. Ooh, big damage coming in against 24 here, but good shot by 24 on Tesseract here. It looks like we are just neck and neck, basically. Both players waiting for spawns. Not able to hit that hammer nade. It's going to come behind him and is going to do some good damage. That's going to put Tesseract in the lead.
Ooh, hammer nade finally able to go off for 24 here as well. Oh, what is this crazy whip?
Waiting to get off that ellipse hammer. Putting a barrage on all directions. Tesseract taking some serious damage. Both players taking big damage. This has been a neck and neck round for sure. The final round. Winner is the winner.
They don't even have necks.
They do not have necks. Thank you for pointing this out. Head to head is another term for that.
That's true. They do have those.
They do have those. I appreciate the correction, Star.
Oh my goodness, the drop block.
In the noggin.
But in the process, 24 takes some heavy damage from that thing.
Oh man, ooh. Yeah, that Ellipse Viper could be the end of it right here. 24, very low health in the red. Tesseract not much higher. If he can get one of those, oh.
Oh
yeah,
my
that's something you gotta
gosh.
watch out for.
This onslaught of terror from 24. I mean, Tesseract has done a fantastic job at dodging around this bullet hell.
Oh my god, yeah, and he's been putting out some serious damage as well. I'd say next person to get the, Once again, I was not able to see what exactly happened there. It's happening too fast. I'm looking up to see,
Blink and you'll miss it.
100%.
I mean, this is so cool because like this really demonstrates the top level of experience of between these two players. They know the nade is coming. You see 24 either shoot it with I guess lower damage weapons to completely clear it out, usually by the Raptor it seems, or just completely toss their weapon to stop it. But we're seeing Tesseract do the exact same thing here. And in this particular game, Tesseract has had a little bit more luck and skill around dodging some of the projectiles set up by 24. But 24 hasn't had as much luck at the later half stage of this particular game.
Yeah, it seems like someone said that Tesseract was not really prepared for the speed of some of these weapons, particularly the Luma, but it seems like he's definitely made an accommodation to being able to pick up the pace, and his dodging has been on point as of these last two rounds. Looks like our players are getting back into it. We see 24 doing a little graceful graceful dance here, and Tesseract's getting his head back on his shoulders. I don't think we're going to see any kit changes here, but I could be 100% wrong. I have been in the past.
We definitely won't. We would only see it if the lobby closes.
Yeah.
So same loadout, same everything. Game number 2 going square underway.
Two nades going out.
Both players have also done a very micro adjustment of their nades. They've noticed that they can't throw it in specific areas since both players will be able to just take it right on out. So, I mean, they started to toss it a little bit higher or a little bit lower in different areas. So that micro adjustment has really worked out. And I guess maybe the name of the last match is whoever was able to do that first was able to take that advantage a little bit more. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, yeah. Tesseract really getting some big damage when it's needed. That Ellipse Viper is no joke.
Wow.
Look at that. Oh my god, he led that shot like a beast. But he is going to take some damage for putting out that focus.
Oh, the fake out.
Hammer nade all the way up in the air.
Jeez, 24 taking so
24.
much damage. Tesseract very sneaky with those nades.
Oh man, 24. Incredibly low here. Tesseract definitely has some leeway in terms of what strategy he wants to do. Juggling 3 things, throwing out the hammer nade. Oh, bullets coming from every direction.
Oh, Tesseract! Oh, look at this!
24.
That one little pellet.
Oh,
Wow.
oh,
I mean,
the worst kind of loss.
Tesseract was just controlling that game for so long. Suddenly 24 almost turning it completely around, but had taken way too much damage in the process. Now, I like what Tesseract's doing. I think it's been paying well and paying off so much more for Tesseract because Tesseract started to throw in a few fakes, baiting out the drop blocks and the whatever stopping motion that 24 will do against the nades, or waiting for 24 to not have any loadouts up at the moment to be able to toss the nades and just get them off.
Both players really utilizing those hammer nades to the best of their ability. Both players open each round with that, and it seems like both players have been able to block both of each other's nades each time as well. We're really just trading out barrages here. It seems like it bounces back and forth between who is able to put out the most projectiles.
Yeah, I mean, the name of the game, this one, is if you're able to get your nade... Oh, I love that push-up into, like, the dog pose. I don't know, I think Blaston forces you to do, like, all these crazy yoga poses, but Tesseract taking way too much damage.
Both players waiting for something to spawn in. That Ellipse Hammer is such an interesting one because it is really just a barrage of bullets that is... We have yet to see one get fully dodged, I don't think. Both players getting very low here. Tesseract definitely lower in the red, but the game is still up there. Tesseract going to be taking another loss here. It is another 1-1 round. Both rounds going 1-1 so far.
This
is a
game
very close game.
This is so back and forth. Not neck and neck, but head to head.
Head to head, not neck to neck. Neck and neck. Oh, like... Look at the beginning of the round. It's just such a cluster. There's really so little you can do in terms of focus. Once you've used all your weapons, it's kind of just to sit there and hope you're good. But we can see 24 ducking and diving. Yeah, trying to get out of there. Oh, you're getting hit by one of those. Look at these dodges.
Wow, good blocks here from Tesseract. Oh, hammer
I
nade.
love the catches.
The accuracy you'd need to be able to stop these nades from coming in midair. This is crazy.
He's not even looking either. He's just seeing the trajectory, and the FOV is high enough to just be able to plap it. Oh, big damage against Tesseract right there. 24 getting some real good damage output. That nade, that frostbite is going to miss though. Waiting for some spawns. Ellipse Hammer going out, seriously. Some more bullets. Forcing that Aegis Sealed. Oh man. The hammer type weapons are really getting some heavy use in this round. Big damage against Tesseract. 24 doing very good here.
Yeah, Tesseract not blocking any one of them at all compared to 24.
Look at that, both players lobbing shots, and that is going to be the end of it for Tesseract. 24 taking very little damage in that entire game, and that's going to be another one for 24. It is fully tied up right now, I believe.
It is, yes. We are 1-1 in a best of 7, so quite a long way to go for both players to be able to successfully make their way towards moving on to the grand finals here, but definitely making some headway into this particular match.
And it looks like we're probably going to get a kit shift, most likely from both of them. I think the similarities in each other's kits is definitely something that has been difficult to deal with. The hammer type weapons, the hammer nades and the hammer ellipse has just been getting such heavy use and a lot of success too. Almost none have been fully dodged. We've seen 24 have the accuracy to really put a stop on the hammer nades, but on the ellipse hammers it is just such a wall of projectiles. It's really difficult to deal with.
I mean, it definitely makes sense that they're going to go for a loadout change. I mean, both players, I feel like there's some micro adjustment needed for at least 24's loadout, just because we didn't really see the frostbite pay off as much in the entirety of the setup for what 24 had in that last game.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we got the code for the next game. Oh, that's not how you type.
I am loaded in here. Both players ready on the same sides they were last time. Tesseract's Wi-Fi not
I don't know.
better.
Definitely shouldn't. I mean, Tesseract playing from EU. If I'm not mistaken, I think 24 is in NA. But
Okay.
a little interesting known fact for these players. Both did compete in the VRML Season 1 League. 24 ended up the grand champion of it all and also placed first in the ladder. And Tesseract placed in the worldwide ladder at least second. In terms of the European ladder, Tesseract was number 1.
Ah, okay. That explains a lot here. We've seen a lot of neck and neck play, and I mean head-to-head play.
I was gonna call you out on that too.
Yeah,
I was ready. I had my guns going. I was like, let's go. I'm ready.
Locked and loaded. Doesn't look like too big a shift. We see the Luma getting changed out for both of them. Yeah, not much. Hammer ellipse still there for both. Oh no, the hammer ellipse is actually gone on Tesseract's side.
Lance Rapide. Okay, this is. I think. Look at this, man. This is. I love this setup that Lance Rapide forces you to do, and the simultaneous block for the shields for the nades from both players. I like this kind of threatening gun.
Luma versus Luma here. Very, very little damage taken on either side here, but oh man.
Whoa, how did 24 get up so fast like this? He's on all fours and just immediately bounces right back up.
Oh my god, Tesseract taking big damage, but so does 24. Definitely a very close game again. God, that Lance is so good at area denial. It is a very hard thing to deal with. Look at the dodging. Oh, taking a blow to the head. Hammer nade coming inbound.
Oh, here comes the next Lance Rapide setup, forcing 24 to just take all this damage.
Yeah, man, the Lance is so cracked at area denial. It is a really hard thing to deal with, especially when your opponent has a setup that is going to involve a lot more projectiles other than the Lance itself. And it seems like Tesseract is very well set up for a strategy like that. Looking for a dodge. Hammer nade coming in on both sides. Neither of them going to take any damage. Tesseract taking the brunt of the damage here at the start of this round. Hammer nade coming in right behind. Oh my gosh. 24 dividing his attention.
I love the timing that Tesseract had with the Aegis shield here. You saw the hammer nade come from behind, and Tesseract has just acute awareness of how long it'll take for the nade to projectile to make its way, and then blocked it without even looking.
Yeah, I think 24 is trying to replicate that without blocking it, just trying to dodge it without looking, but he did take about 12 damage there from that hammer nade that was thrown behind him. It seems like every game here oh my gosh. Seems like every game here so far is the evolution of the hammer nade has been starting at the beginning, sort of throwing them right above them, and now it has evolved into a hammer nade behind the enemy. But look at that lance play. It is just 24 has no choice but to stay in the complete far right of his podium, and that just makes it a lot easier to hit, especially if you have a lot of projectiles coming out there. But Tesseract taking some big damage here.
You just throw his gun away. Oh no. Oh dear.
24 doing a little showmanship. Ooh. 24 is quick with those frostbites, man. He can really huck those out of nowhere.
Comes the onslaught. Don't know if Tesseract can keep up, but with 7 seconds left, 24 very much in lead. This could be the combo that Tesseract is looking for. 24 eating up the brunt of the lance repeat damage just to survive and continue on for this round win.
Another 1-1 in this round. It is completely tied up. This is one of the closest games I think I've ever seen. Oh man. I love how 24 can really get those hammer nades dealt with just without even a shield or anything. You can just shoot them.
Lance repeat, not quite the best setup this time around. 24 able to understand where the setup could be and force a counter setup almost to say for against Tesseract.
Yeah, look how fast he can huck those frostbites. Oh man, that's gonna be a rough one. We have yet to see 24 get forced into the lance, but I'm sure that'll eventually change soon. The tick damage from that is so severe that I can understand him willing to tank some other projectiles just to not have to get into that.
It's casting a spell.
Just shaking up the juices, just making sure it's at full potential there.
Oh my gosh, I love the quick reaction to all the nades that come out. It's just this is so precise from both players.
He can really duck and dive.
Here comes the next setup play.
Oh man.
The Luma toss when you're throwing the bow just sounds like it does so much damage, and then you see the one pop up.
It's got like a sizzle to it. You'd think it'd do something. Oh, I want to see one of these frostbites connect. We saw it a little bit at the first. I think 24 ended up winning his first round with a frostbite as his final damage dealer. But
oh, good shot.
He is so nonchalant with those throws. Both players blocking those hammer nades immediately.
And it's going to Tesseract here just by a sliver of health.
I can't even notice the difference there. Tesseract getting a little itch in his back.
Literally, as Turbo saying, a Luma winning in the last 10 seconds of the match here. I mean, look how close you probably gotta get a ruler to measure out exactly that.
I cannot see any difference there. That is a rough one, man. I can't even imagine. You could see both players maybe
like a handful of millimeters away.
Oh my god.
Fraction of an inch for all you Americans.
Freedom fractions.
Freedom fractions.
I'd love to see that playback and be able to see what was the actual fine-edge damage that the Tesseract used to get that one tiny tick. Because I think it was actually a Lunabow getting thrown at someone to do that one damage. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh. Both sides taking serious damage. A Rapper getting heavy use from Tesseract.
All right, slow setup play here from Tesseract, forcing 24 to go down on the floor.
Ooh. Great nade throw right there. Able to get some good damage on him while he's distracted by it. Oh man, 24 ducking and diving, trying to do all he can.
This
does take some
brutal.
serious hits during that, but still great dodges on his part.
Oh my gosh.
The final pixel of that nade getting hit with that shield.
Pretty sure that 24 wasn't even looking at the exact spot of where the shield toss.
Yeah, that seemed to just barely clip into it, luckily.
24 really forced to place defensively here on these Lance repeat setups.
Yeah, Tesseract is going to take the lead with that bit of damage he's dealing. And it looks like not going to be any luck for 24 there. Although we have seen every single game so far go 1-1 in the first 2 rounds, so we'll see if 24 can't catch up here. Already getting a good start, 24 getting some good damage early on. Great hammer nade deflection, but is going to get hit by those lances.
No look
how
toss.
nonchalant. Yeah, look. He really does not want to signal the throw coming in.
Yeah, a lot of these top tier players will just do a no look toss of something here, and it actually ends up working out extremely well.
Yeah.
Oh, Tesseract really good on those
damage.
Luma shots. You would expect Tesseract to not be able to land quite a lot of them with the little experience that he's had on them, but it's working out.
Seems like he's just leading them and definitely getting some good territory denial and able to sort of assume whether 24 is going to be and putting those shots there. It is a fast projectile speed, but not, oh my gosh, big damage on both sides here.
24 able to catch that lance, or sorry, not the lance, the hammer nade from Tesseract here and turn it right back against them. However, 24 is still stuck in the red. Ooh. Might be the last combo here. There it is. Loadout swap.
Those are some great games, though. We definitely saw Tesseract pull out some more domination in that one, but 24 definitely putting some great plays out. You can see his dodging just peak dodges, in my opinion. It's hard to really say how you can do any better than what he's been doing so far.
And so as we let the players get themselves all set up here for what's to come in a few moments, I'm pretty excited to see how this match is going to conclude. I mean, Tesseract already leading up 3-1 in the match series here.
Mm-hmm.
On here for match point. Now, I'm still wondering how 24 needs to make a comeback from this, because 24 has had a phenomenal start at the very beginning of the match series here, but hasn't really had much of a setup or response afterwards.
Yeah, it seems like he's sort of been a little bit fighting an uphill battle in terms of his defenses. I assume that he's probably going to get a little bit of a more significant switch going. Just because it's been a little bit rough for him, and he's been forced to pretty much rely on his dodges. Tesseract's headset is at 11%. We will see how that plays out.
All right, yeah, we'll chalk it up to technical difficulties here. I guess we'll take a tour break as we get that. But yeah, definitely to reminder to all of you players out there, make sure to get your headset charged in before the tournament start. So, yeah, 24 seems to be okay with it. We'll take maybe a 15 to 20 minute break just to allow Tesseract to get that going, since it's also potentially likely that they may continue on to the finals anyways. So we're gonna take that at some point either way. So we'll be right back in a handful of minutes. You can enjoy some of the overall replays we got going on here. Tess would have gotten a very clean setup here, made it so difficult for 24, but 24 with the drop block, stopping the nade, and Tesseract doing the same right back. There's nades and knowing where they might end up going. That shows the experience of that they have. Tesseract getting a little bit overwhelmed here, dropped to a sliver of health.
Hammer nade.
Able to dodge the bullet held.
Oh!
Well, not the snowball to the face though.
Frostbite to end it. That is a rough one. All the way done. I didn't even get to see what he got hit with there. I was looking at the weapons, and I looked up and his health was gone.
I'll be dodging around this bullet health.
Oh my god, yeah, and he's been putting out some serious damage as well. I'd say next person to get the oh,
Tesseract. Oh, look at this.
24.
That one little pellet for you to do like all these crazy yoga moves, but Tesseract taking way too much damage.
Red, but the game is still up there. Tesseract going to be taking another loss here. It is another 1-1 round. Both rounds going 1-1 so far. Big damage against Tesseract right there. 24 getting some real good damage output. Players lobbing shots, and that is going to be the end of it for Tesseract. 24 taking very little damage in that entire game, and that's going to be another one for 24.
Oh, here comes the next Lance Repeat setup, forcing 24 to just take all this damage. Very much in lead. This could be the combo that Tesseract is looking for. 24 eating up the brunt of the Lance Repeat damage just to survive and continue on for this round win.
He is so nonchalant with those throws. Both players blocking those hammer nades immediately.
And it's going to Tesseract here just by a sliver of health. Stuck in the red. Ooh. Might be the last combo here. There it is. Hello, hello. We're here back again with the, I guess possibly the conclusion of this match between Tesseract and 24, where Tesseract is currently in the lead 3-1 against 24, meaning one more game will seal the deal to moving them on to the grand finals. How you doing, Super?
I'm doing very good. I'm excited for this last game. We've seen 24 and Tesseract play pretty neck and neck. Head to head, I mean. And it's been pretty close. Even though Tesseract is 2-1, I believe it does go. Actually, is it 3-1 or 2-1?
3-1.
3-1. He is 3-1, even though each game has been relatively close. So I'm not going to be super surprised if 24 is able to pull it back. But we will have to see what goes down. cut a lot of time in this intermission. Could have some major loadout changes, although I'm not expecting anything too wild. We've seen a lot of Frostbite use from 24, and from Tesseract we've seen a lot of Lance play, but not so much that is unexpected. It looks like we're just getting into it now. This is, I believe, going to be our test round to test ping. We can see Tesseract not doing too hot on ping, but he hasn't been the whole time, so I don't think that's too big of an issue.
Yeah, definitely that European connection.
What's that supposed to mean?
Connection. I paused. I forgot the word. I was like, what is it? Ping? Yeah. But
banned.
Yeah, as long as they, I mean, it's probably like very fractional, minuscule level of stuff here between the two players, since it ends up being quite even anyways, since it's usually the middle point between the two. But yeah, even Captain Fabulous in chat saying there's done countless tests just showing how it doesn't really indicate, I guess, how well connected the two players are.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it seems like Tesseract is doing just fine. Excuse me. Yeah, no, we've seen Tesseract win by 1 health in previous games, so definitely a pretty close matchup here. Tesseract getting in the spirit, doing some shadow boxing as we reset the score and health, and we are going to get into it.
I think this is it. I feel it.
24 hopping and dancing.
Already doing push-ups on the floor.
What a baller.
What a bold play when you're behind and take that amount of damage.
Oh no. Good dodges though, as usual. 24 has been on point with his dodges lately. Hammer nade coming in from behind.
We say on point, but for the major things, but the overall chip damage that just comes in from 24.
No. Definitely seems like the easier things to dodge has been landing for 24 so far. Some serious damage getting taken right now, but putting a good barrage down on Tesseract over there, getting a little bit of chip damage in. Hopefully that can accumulate over time.
More of the lance nades have been able to, more of the hammer nades have been able to securely work a lot better this time around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we see the Frostbite gone from 24's arsenal as well. Sad to see it go, but can't say I don't understand. That's cold, indeed.
Cold. 24 down to red, down and out now, as first round going to go in favor of Tesseract in game number 4.
That is a rough one. I hate to say it, but I think I attribute that to those early game push-ups. We'll see if a push-up-less game has any different effect. It seems like so far it is. Some early damage getting done to Tesseract.
It seems like Tesseract has the most level of success when a type of lance is being used. This time around going to be the standard lance, no lance repeat. Oh, Luma not going to connect on the hammer nade here from the back. Going to be able to connect, deal quite a bit of damage onto 24.
We got 24's hammer ellipse up, but it doesn't. Oh, there he goes. We've seen a lot of use of that, and it's done pretty well for both players. Excuse me.
I like the timing 24 is finally pulling out here. The hammer nades have just been so much more successful at the end of this match series compared to the beginning, where both players just, you think it would be the other way around, but no, they've micro adjusted it and prepped their timings in advance and know when to use it.
Ooh, 24 getting a little bit of damage done to him by the lance right there, but able to get some damage right back at him, taking the lead again, I believe.
It almost seems like 24 has gotten a little bit more used to these lance. The lance repeat was so much more harder to deal with the 3 types of, I guess, lasers coming in.
Yeah.
But with the 2 that comes in from Tesseract, 24 almost baits out a specific angle for Tesseract to aim it at and then
when you have,
escape.
When you have 3 of them, it's just so much territory domination. It's really incredibly difficult to deal with. But it looks like 24 getting some serious damage on the Tesseract right there. This could be a round in favor of him. It's not going to take long for him to either finish it off or run out the time here. Yeah, I'm going to say it looks like it's going to be in the favor of 24. And that is going to be 1-1 for this game here. Like I said, folks, it has been this way every single game so far. It goes 1-1 and then somebody wins. I don't think anyone has won 2 in a row yet.
I don't think so either. Full on frontal assault here from Tesseract from all angles as 24 takes quite a bit of damage down quarter.
Ooh, not catching that.
Comes the nade set up from
Grenades
both.
and shields flying all over the place.
Yeah, Tesseract not able to block that one though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did get a little, did miss that a little bit.
I love how like every single round so far we've seen them both toss the hammer nade at the exact same time and block it at the exact same time through the same way. Oh, but the Luma shots, all 3 landing. That's brutal.
24 doing a little barrel roll right there, but to no avail. Gonna get hit by all 3 of those. Yeah, man, the Luma definitely has some serious anti-dodging capability with its seemingly random arc.
Oof.
It's hard to sort of predict what is gonna happen there.
24 not feeling it here.
Oh man, this could be it.
This is literally all or nothing stance here, but 24 still taking quite a bit of damage down in the red. 40 seconds left. Gotta dodge it, but not able to do so. And Tesseract moves on to the grand finals.
GG, GG. Great games. Both players head to head almost the entire time, even though the scoreboard does not necessarily reflect that. Great games. 24 played very, very well, and he should not be disappointed with his performance here today.
Both my earphones fell out at the exact moment you started talking, but I heard head to head. I was very proud of the fact that you didn't say neck and neck.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. We got some push-ups being done by both sides here. It looks like
But that is going to be it for the second semifinals. Now here we are at the very end of it all. It's going to be Tesseract versus Josie in the grand finals. I don't know. I don't know what to say. We've got some very top contestants. It really could have gone either way between 24 and Tesseract here, but as you see, Tesseract not out of practice, even though they've been gone for a handful of times. So I guess what's there left to do except to make our way on to the grand finals here.
Indeed. Can't say much else but that.
All right, we'll take a short intermission break to not only allow Tesseract to maybe charge his headset a little bit more, but get ourselves some water and a much needed break as we move on to the grand final. Stick around, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Tess would have gotten a very clean setup here, made it so difficult for 24, but 24 with the drop lock, stopping the nade, and Tesseract doing the same right back. There's nades and knowing where they might end up going. That shows the experience of that they have. Tesseract getting a little bit overwhelmed here, dropped to a sliver of health.
Hammer nade.
Able to dodge the bullet held.
Oh.
Well, not the snowball to the face though.
Frostbite to end it. That is a rough one. All the way done. I didn't even get to see what he got hit with there. I was looking at the weapons, and I looked up and his health was gone.
How about dodging around this bullet health?
Oh my god, yeah, and he's been putting out some serious damage as well. I'd say next person to get the oh,
Tesseract! Oh, look at this!
24.
That one little pellet. For you to do like all these crazy yoga moves, but Tesseract taking way too much damage.
Red. But the game is still up there. Tesseract going to be taking another loss here. It is another 1-1 round. Both rounds going 1-1 so far. Big damage against Tesseract right there. 24 getting some real good damage output. Players lobbing shots. And that is going to be the end of it for Tesseract. 24 taking very little damage that entire game. And that's going to be another one for 24. Oh,
here comes the next Lance repeat setup. Forcing 24 to just take all this damage. Very much in lead. This could be the combo that Tesseract is looking for. 24 eating up the brunt of the Lancer P damage just to survive and continue on for this round win.
He is so nonchalant with those throws. Both players blocking those hammer nades immediately.
And it's going to Tesseract here just by a sliver of health. Stuck in the red. Ooh. Might be the last combo here. There it is. It's on the floor.
What a baller.
What a bold play when you're behind and take that amount of damage.
Oh no. Up 24. And that is going to be 1-1 for this game here.
Nothing stands here, but 24 still taking quite a bit of damage down in the red. 40 seconds left. Gotta dodge it, but not able to do so. And Tesseract moves on to the grand finals. Hello, 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 everybody. We're here finally after a long period of wait on the grand finals match between Josie versus Tesseract here. What did I say? Grand finals? Let's go right into it here. How you doing, Super?
I am doing great. I am very excited for this game. Tesseract versus Josie. Legends in the making here. I cannot wait for this game. We are just getting into it. What do you think the loadouts of these players are going to be?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. Most of the players probably have a better sense, but Josie kind of just goes with whatever he feels like going and then adjust it accordingly depending on how the player's playstyle is. A lot of the top four, I'd say, or maybe somewhere around that, players tend to just micro adjust some of their loadouts to really accommodate, since they're so versatile and experienced in both all with all the weapons in the game here, that they use whatever they need to use.
100%, 100%. Although we were hearing a little bit about Tesseracts not being used to the Luma, but it seems to be very untrue, as evidence of our last couple of games against 24 seem to show. So I think you are 100% right. I think the game sense on these players is just high enough to really keep them in the loop, regardless of what is being changed about the game.
I couldn't say that last year. I mean, I just want to see them going. Like, we've been waiting here for a little bit. I'm just super hyped to get everything on its way. We had Tesseract loading a little bit here to make sure to get everything charged up and good to go. But looks like players are starting to get into the lobby here, so we're gonna go through our usual lag test here. But let's get right on to it.
Yeah, as we can see, so far, just sort of the calibrating. We have been talking about a lot the Wi-Fi issue on Tesseract side, but it doesn't look like. I think we've discussed that it's not really that big of an issue. It's not a great tell in terms of actually how much Wi-Fi there is, but connection-wise, he seems to be doing all right, judging by his past couple wins. Looking at the loadouts here, we got pretty much the standard what we've been seeing in the past. Hammer nades on both sides, that's the classic. Age of Steel, that's the classic. The Raptor E and the Hammer E. The Hammer E we saw a lot on Tesseract side, not in the last few games, but definitely in the past we've seen it being used. It's a good bullet barrage type weapon. And on Josie's side, just the Hammer nade being done in the shotgun side of things. A Raptor and a Viper E. Viper is going to be an interesting one. I think we've seen him use it a little bit in the past, but not a ton. No Lance on the side of Tesseract this time, but who knows? That may change after this game. Josie wandering around. They're all doing a little jig, getting the blood vessels warmed up.
I can imagine them starting right away. I can't see them holding out a little longer just because Tesseract is playing with low battery.
True.
But here it comes. Looks like the serious business is going underway.
Josie already taking some damage early on. Ooh.
Look at these.
Great barrages from both sides so far.
It hasn't been like major damaging shots. Good catch on the nade here by Josie.
Yeah, Josie.
But small chip damage. Tesseract able to dodge just completely everything here so far, though. Wow.
Ooh.
While Tesseract playing very aggressively. Oh, good block here by Josie. I mean, still keeping awareness on where the hammer nades are landing in, which way they're coming from. Just quick glances, nothing holding on for too much.
Yeah, man. Tesseract not taking any damage. Josie taking some damage, but honestly not making such a huge attempt at dodging, so I'm not very surprised. And I know he can definitely turn on the jets when he needs to, so I'm excited to see how this game progresses.
Something to also note here, Josie is quite tall. A lot of the players
true.
know it, so tossing the hammer nades, you really gotta watch out for it, because even with a little bit of height, Josie, with quite a bit of athletic experience as well, does have the height and vertical to be able to catch a lot of those. Now, I don't know what their room looks like, but still, they're able to catch quite a lot.
I like to think that he's outside in a nice grassy field with a golden retriever right next to him as he's jumping and reaching for those 6'5" call hammer nades. But he's already seen him do that like once or twice so far in this game alone. The return to sender strategy. Josie taking some serious chip damage here. Tesseract not looking too hot either, but still in a lead by a good margin.
Oh, Josie taking the brunt of that final damage here, and it looks like that's going to be round 1 going in favor of Tesseract.
So far, interesting to see how Tesseract is playing. I think he was very much... I think in the games he played against 24, it was relatively even in terms of aggressiveness, but we have been seeing him on the prowl so far here. He is just outputting.
Ooh,
Look at
ooh.
this damage again. Oh my gosh, Josie is getting... Oh my god, Josie trying to tank all this. Hammer nade going out right behind him.
Good dodge on that. Now, I like what Tesseract's doing. He's trying to overload Josie more than going for these heavy type of Viper plays. You don't see... Really, you're only seeing it from the Luma, but the Luma also adds into that overwhelmingness with the triple shot here, and much quicker at that compared to the Viper.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh
okay.
my gosh, Josie
All right.
down into the red already.
Already.
Half health here for Tesseract. Tesseract did get hit with a Viper E bullet, bringing him down 30 health, which is a good chunk. If we can get some more hits on those.
Oh
Josie,
my goodness.
who just got taken out, could have maybe pulled it back there, but oh my lord. Yeah, it seems like when Tesseract is getting some damage on, he's getting a large spree of damage. Like, ding, 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 right away. Able to really drain health fast, and it seems like... Josie has taken note and is going to switch up his loadout to see if he can't maybe pull things back.
I mean, yeah, it definitely didn't work in favor of Josie. Wasn't able to connect because it seemed more of the priority on somewhat overloading Tesseract, similar to what Tesseract is doing, but a little bit more focus on getting that burst kind of damage. But Tesseract was going for the slow chip, but with the hammer nades coming in from the back end, catching Josie off guard, much stronger chip damage.
Much stronger chip damage.
Now, also surprising here, Tesseract coming in for the first game win in the best of 7 match series, and I mean that's not normal. I mean, we see Josie take quite a lot of these championship tournaments in the past, but I mean I love the way that this is going though. Tesseract has gotten fully warmed up from their match against 24, and I think really feeling the flow on this one here.
Yeah, man, he is warmed up, headset charged to a certain degree at least, and it seems like he is running and gunning here. He's doing pretty good so far. We will see if he can keep it up under the next round after a loadout change, but I have a good feeling about it. I think he is confident. He's got some motivation going. I would be surprised if he started just tanking, you know? But also I'd be surprised if Josie just sat there and, you know, took it. So we will see how this next game's play out. I think this next game is going to be exemplary of what is to come during these 7 games.
Yeah, I can see maybe like a type of Nova or Lance coming out just to produce the mobility for coming in from Tesseract here. Both players are doing fantastic jobs of just maneuvering and dodging around here. It's just the slow chip damage that's coming in on Josie, just from the, I guess, the rogue little pellets from the side.
Yeah. Still just waiting on this next game to get set up. Looks like Tesseract seems to be ready, but he is just waiting on Josie to get his kit set up. I understand Tesseract's urgency. He probably doesn't have the most amount of time. His headset may die at any moment here. I don't know how much time he got to charge it, but money on the line.
Maybe that's Josie's next play. Just delay it long enough for Tess's headset to die mid-game.
Yeah. We've got our code.
What have we seen here? Oh, Majestic nade. Yeah, I can see that paying off well. So Majestic gonna provide that, I guess, podium hazard for Tesseract to try to maneuver and adjust around and really restrict that space along with the Nova. So this we could see Josie just set up for these and make it very deadly, very difficult here coming in for Tesseract.
Yeah, that's definitely a good, the Majestic is a great sort of area defense, area denial weapon, just like the Lance is. It's just in a more defensive fashion. I'd say the Lance is a good defense, best offense style weapon, or good offense is best defense style weapon, and the Majestic is sort of an inverted version of that with the cage-like objects sent out. And it looks like we are still in the process of our warm-up game. Yeah, man, not a ton of changes. Like you said, the Majestic nade is going to be the main thing. Other than that, I don't think there's really much else.
I think here's going to be the real deal between these two players. Game 2 underway. Tesseract versus Josie. Nova 2, I absolutely love Nova because it's high damage, it slowly comes in, players tend to forget that it could even be right next to you, just like we're seeing here from Tesseract.
Yep.
And it also acts as a pseudo shield in the process.
Yeah, I think the Nova is a very, very, very decent pick, especially for the type of play that Josie was having to deal with last time with all of the projectiles coming in. Like right now, oh my gosh, Josie getting pummeled with projectiles, like as I was saying it. I think the Nova is one of those weapons best utilized in tandem with a large amount of projectiles coming in along with it, just so that the more things you have to worry about, the more of a chance you are to walk into something like that. And with how high damage the Nova is, it is very important to get some distraction. But a good catch right there. So Nova slowly rolling in as both players sort of warm up their... Ooh! Great catch by Tesseract, but gonna take some damage for it.
So, something we also haven't really seen in this tournament is the vector play here, allowing that kind of, I guess, confusion in terms of where the projectiles are really coming from with the bounce-like feature it has.
Oh man, a lot of large projectiles incoming on Tesseract. You can kind of see in his body language, he doesn't really have a clue. He's looking around like, what? He got the Luma though. See if he can get one to connect. Not look like it.
The bouncing from all angles here. Josie having a lot of trouble keeping up.
Good shield by Tesseract though. Damage is looking pretty head to head, but it doesn't look like Josie is going to be able to make up the lost damage if this barrage doesn't do what it's supposed to do.
The dodge.
Wow! Tesseract at the final moments, ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving away from every projectile there. Great plays. That's a difficult thing to pull off. We are headed in around 2 now.
Bounce on the vector. Getting it set up here, slow chip damage onto Josie. I like the type of setup that Tesseract is really pulling out here. I mean, getting everything all at once from complete different angles, ones that are not even expected as well.
Oh my god, you see Josie just block that hammer nade overhead?
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Oh, here comes the map hazards. Josie forcing Tesseract in the back corner.
Seems like Josie's definitely stepping up his aggression right here and is able to keep that dominance going, especially with those hammer nade deflections. Yeah. That's an important thing, especially when that's the only thing Tesseract is getting for his weaponry. He's got his Luma on the side of him, but I don't think he's going to go for it quite yet. Yeah, we're definitely seeing Tesseract throw out those hammer nades too soon, especially since Tesseract is trying to coordinate with a bit of juggling, and I think that's kind of throwing them off a little bit. Yeah, Tesseract definitely getting some great damage with that Luma right there, though, and able to bring down his health lower than what it is, but he is going to be stepping into the Majestic and the Nova. Luma back in business, though. Josie getting those amazing hammer nade stumps really able to put in some work right there, but he is taking some damage in the process of doing things like that. Those large, elaborate motions are something that really takes focus away from everything else that's happening.
Oh, right front, close and personal. Good throw onto Tesseract here, getting the read on the timing when to throw that hammer nade.
Got some Novas floating in.
Ooh.
Only one. Ooh.
The
That's
Vector.
Gonna be another one for Tesseract.
Oh, we're really going right back into it here. I mean, I like the loadouts there. I mean, they're pretty good. It's just, I think the execution on the hammer nades for Tesseract has really been the pivotal part of this play, causing a lot of confusion and overwhelming Josie and just so much.
Yeah, he's just got so many projectile creating weapons that it's really hard to deal with in terms of dodging, and we haven't really seen Josie do too much in the form of dodging here. Most of his really exhaustive movements have come from deflections, like using that Nova on the hammer nades and whatnot.
I think one of the main things from this, oh my goodness, the amount of damage that came in. One of the crucial defining factors in this game is Tesseract's choice in the Vector, just providing so much more that Josie can't really have the time to focus on.
Yeah, man, it's just so overwhelming. Ooh, couldn't quite get that hammer nade blocked out, and it's going to take some serious damage because of it. Josie is not looking too great right now. Tesseract.
Oh, man.
Ooh, but Tesseract taking some damage as well.
Look at this. On the floor. Oh, no, the Majestic.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you, you forget about it. The slow moving.
Man, it's so slow.
It's so slow, it's not moving. It's
not moving.
The slower, the better.
Yeah, honestly.
Uh-oh.
Here comes another one. Oh, man. This could be some serious business right here. Tesseract getting lower. Josie's still underneath, though.
Yeah, 25 seconds left.
Ooh, the diagonal Nova block. That was amazing.
1, 2, 3. Luma shots missed. 14 seconds left. Both players in the red. Josie starting to catch up here. Tesseract down with no cooldowns for both players. Josie, I think, just slightly behind. I don't know. Here comes a Nova. Here comes a play. Both players got the load up. Josie down some. A little bit of health left, and that's going to be Tesseract taking the first round.
At the last second, Josie comes back Tesseract, sorry, comes back to seal the deal on that win right there. That was a very close one. I think that might just give some motivation to Josie. I think we're going to see a little more of him hanging in here now.
My heart's beating on that one here, but
that
oh my gosh.
Serious.
They both had a brief 2 seconds of no weapons, waiting, watching each other, knowing their health bars.
Just
and
watching
then just
the time tick.
Everything everywhere all at once. I think that's a movie, but it's also the reality of this game.
Oh man, Josie's taking some serious hits early on here. He's been doing that a lot, but he's able to keep it back up. Seems like endurance is something that Tesseract kind of struggles with a little bit.
Good juggle coming out here from Tesseract as they launch up the setup. No cooldowns left here. Josie waiting on some more to come back up. Oh, 1 shot, 2 shot. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was fast. Wow. 3-2-0, Tesseract. This could be the last game here.
I don't know if they're going to run it. Oh, they're going to run it. They don't want to change their loadout. I'm surprised, but I guess here we go.
Yeah, I mean, if you're out of ideas, you're out of ideas. So you're seeing Tesseract say, I need 40 minutes to charge my headset unless I can beat Josie in 10 minutes. And I'm not going to say it's been 10 minutes, but...
I'm very surprised that Tesseract didn't go for it. I mean, Josie, my bad. Because, I mean, the loadout hasn't been working.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely doing work when it can, but it seems to be getting stumped a lot. There's a lot of... dodging opportunities missed on Josie's part, but there's definitely a lot of domination that can be had with his loadout, as you can see right here with the bullet barrage. Not much Tesseract can do.
I mean, what's also crazier to think is I don't think Josie's taken a single round in this entire match series.
Yeah, he hasn't. He's come close, but not quite. Oh man, big damage.
Here comes a Nova setup. Pull down up for Josie. Majestic nade up. Oh, some personal. Tesseract taking quite a bit of damage. No, quite a lot. Down to half, closing in.
Oh man, it's close again. Josie
Yeah.
definitely not giving up yet.
I don't know where it's at now. I think it's slightly in Josie's favor. It's very close if it is. 25 seconds left though. Both players
This
can
could
do
be
it.
the first one he takes.
I think so. Possible.
He's just got to hold off. Maybe get a little bit more damage in.
Able to dodge. 15 seconds left. Has the combo. Has the damage. Has the connection. A Tesseract down in the red.
Dad's going to put him into serious lead. 10 seconds remaining. This could be the first round he takes.
Good amount of damage, but could turn around in any moment, any second. Zero is going to count down, and Josie finally able to take the first round.
That should feel very good for Josie. An initial little push for, I hope he can build up some inertia here. Great stump right there. Great dodges too. He's picking it up for sure.
Here comes the combo too. I mean, the combo for Josie has been very difficult for Tesseract to play against, but Tesseract has been doing a very great job at being able to dodge around it. And I think also what Josie is doing here is they go for a very risky block over on the hammer nades, and if I don't think they take a look back up to see if it landed on the block.
Yeah, I don't think he does either. I think he just hopes. Oh man, big damage being dealt to Tesseract right here. Josie definitely showing his own right now.
Good block on that. I guess he's
Josie
going off the
going
audio
under.
cues then for the hammer nades.
That would make sense, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the game sense on both these players is definitely large enough to just know if you got something or not. But Tesseract getting lower, it's been back and forth right now.
Good timing, good coordination on that util 1-2-3 dodge on the Luma. Josie still hanging in there, going in on the lead at the moment here. Has the full setup ready to go. Gonna be able to take it off here. Majestic nade damage is just quite a lot, yeah.
Oh man, this is cutting it super close. 15 seconds remaining.
Here comes the onslaught of
10.
barrage. Tesseract taking the brunt of the damage here in the process. Josie, no cooldowns, no weapons, nothing. But same thing for Tesseract. Only has a little bit slowly maneuvering around the Nova. And I think this is going to be Josie's first game in the match series.
3, 2, 1. This could get very interesting now. That is some serious momentum to get built up. I'm sure that feels great for Josie to get to where he is right now. We will see if he can keep it up. They are going to back out, get a loadout change, and you'll see how they come back at it. Seems like, even though I'm assuming that it's probably going to be a change for Tesseract, because his loadout has been working in the past, but Josie's has just started to work, so I'm assuming he's not going to change it right when it just starts to work.
I don't know. I think if I was Josie, I'd still want to change it because it's worked, but it almost seems like it's barely in there. And with everything on the line, I mean, it really is. Tesseract takes one more game win. That's it. You're gonna crown your grand champion. And
That's a very good point.
so with Josie, it's just they barely slid on by. They're really just barely making the cut. And with a game between these two players that just they know the game so well, they know how to adjust accordingly. And with a loadout change, I mean, it's got to definitely change.
Definitely. That's a very good point, actually. He has been winning as of the last game, but it was very, very close. Multiple times the lead getting traded over. So you're very, very right when it comes to that. It is very, 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 very plausible that he does change his loadout after this. Although I'm interested to see what he does, because it seems like his Nova and Majestic strategy has been working pretty well in terms of territory dominance. Even though he has not quite been winning with it the whole time, he has definitely been putting in some work with it.
I feel like Tesseract is gonna keep that Vector though. That has been such a game changer in this match series.
Yeah, Tesseract is able to do some serious burst damage when he is able to land his shots. His sort of barrages of projectiles are so devastating. We have Master in the chat saying, "Tell Josie to win, I want to sing." Not quite sure if I'm there for that inside joke, but I would love to hear him sing.
We're getting a little hopeful wishing from Captain Fab in chat, hoping that Tesseract brings out the Viper E, saying that Captain Fab said they wouldn't be surprised and would just love to see Tessie pull that out.
Yeah, the Viper Ellipse is such a fun gun to watch when it's being used well. I love all those arc weapons. Master says he's going to sing to us if Josie wins. We will see. We'll see what happens. A special song, he says. We have our code.
That's true. We haven't really factored into play Tesseract's headset and the battery life on it. Yeah,
that's a very good
Could
point.
be like mid-match, all of a sudden it's just gonna disconnect.
He asked if it was best of 9 or best of 7. When we told him it was best of 7, he said, "Thank God." So who knows on what percent he is on.
All right. What do we got here? Aegis Shield, Viper Ellipse here coming from Josie, Super Majestic. No Nova this time. Raptor and Raptor E.
Oh man, yeah, you're right. 2 Raptors, and looks like, I forget his name, is going to see his Viper Ellipse.
Frostbite coming from Tesseract too. And just choice.
Yeah, Frostbite was being used by 24. Maybe he's taking a page out of that book. And 24 is using it pretty well.
I'm surprised here that Tesseract decided to remove the Vector. Maybe thinking that Josie was anticipating that the Vector was going to come back again?
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, that's probably what it was. I'm excited for this next game. It seems like this is a serious loadout change for both players here.
Yeah, Captain Fab making a good point here. I'm very surprised that Josie didn't put out any of the lances in action. Because Tesseract has done a fantastic job at maneuvering around these bullet hell like projectiles and setups. And restricting that mobility definitely has been a game changer in some of these different matchups, especially in the round against 24.
I think that is what might have helped a lot in winning the game Josie won against Tesseract last time. His Nova and Majestic area denial is just so important, especially when you're sort of limited on the amount of projectiles you can output, but it seems like he's switched over to a more projectile-heavy loadout.
Ooh, there it is.
That Viper Ellipse hit is bold, man. That stuff hurts.
Oh, okay. The timing on that block there from Josie. And Josie really getting down there, tried to just go for these dodges. Not able to stop that hand grenade. It's been a much slower game compared to the last, where just they've been able to maneuver, dodge around, taking slight bits of damage here, but not for long. Good combo here from Josie, dealing massive damage on the Tesseract. I love the way that was set up.
Yeah, Tesseract taking some serious hits. Josie definitely bouncing back here. Still 25 seconds left, more than enough time to get some serious burst damage in if the cooldowns are in his favor, but Tesseract looking around like he needs something in his arsenal that he doesn't have. Hammer Nade coming and getting shot down by Josie. Lots of projectiles coming in. This is not looking great for Tesseract. 10 seconds remaining. Frostbite not landing.
Oh, look at
now.
that stylish shot if that landed.
He's flexing right now. That's BM.
I don't know, or maybe that's just stylish. I love how that looks so cool. Tossing up the Viper E, catching it with the other hand, shooting from behind the back. I don't know if there's ever a stylish play or not, but Josie's got it.
Definitely Josie has some steez within him. Oh, look at that shield block on that hammer nade. Beautiful. But he's taking some serious hits in the process.
I like this setup here that Josie did. Just a Viper lip shot from really high up to curve straight down. It's like literally straight from above. Something you wouldn't really expect.
Yeah, it's very difficult to deal with if you're not expecting it, and it's out of your view, so it's very easy to get caught off. Just like Josie got caught off by that hammer nade from behind. That is a rough one. Ooh.
But the frostbite? I think I missed it.
I think that was.
Josie is also very well known to just shoot from behind the back.
We saw, who was it? Who did we see do that? Was it Master? Was Master doing the behind the back shots with the Viper E?
I think so.
Very, very fun to watch. Both players waiting for something. Josie not doing too hot in the health department.
Here comes the nade. Josie able to block it out here. 40 seconds left on the clock, and most of the cooldowns now down for Tesseract as Josie tries to set up for their play. Not able to land any of the Viper E shots.
30 seconds.
Oh, Josie now caught in a very big predicament, taking massive damage taken out here. Tesseract able to take the first round, and now we're at match point for both players.
Yeesh, man, this is serious. Tesseract takes this round. That's a win for him. Josie might be feeling the heat right now. Great projectile spray from Josie, though. Not going to do any damage, but still scary to see.
Oh my goodness. So much damage from the little chip.
Yeah, man.
Good positioning on the hammer. This is scary. I mean, Tesseract is both players at match point, but Tesseract is at series match point.
Yeah, this is, I mean, for both players, it could either be good or bad. Josie taking some of the first bits of serious damage here, a minute deep.
Tesseract not taking any, too.
Although he is not far enough behind for him to count Josie out. Just like that, that's about half of the damage he needs to take. Ooh, taking some more, and there you go, basically neck and neck. Head to head, I mean.
Josie might be going for their last chance here. Here comes the onslaught barrage. Tesseract using all their cooldowns now down. This could be the last fight. Which way is it gonna go? Josie ready.
Needs a little bit more damage.
Able to block the hammer nade here, trying to block out this damage from Tesseract, but it's able to come in. Now Tesseract hiding in the back corner. Josie only got the Viper E shots to try to land it and push the game back. Gonna drop block the hammer nade here, but 10 seconds left on the clock. Josie, not a lot of options, not a lot of time. 5 seconds left, low on health. It might be able to, I don't know, it might be possible. Here comes the damage, here comes the shot. It's not gonna connect, and that's gonna be it. That's a wrap. Tesseract gonna be your grand final champion here, taking up that first place prize.
Wow, what a series of games. Those were very, very good. It's this is one of those games where it's like someone can still be in the lead by numbers by a decent margin, but each game just seems so close, and that game is no exception. That was one Viper E shot away from a totally different outcome. But great play from both players. GG indeed.
Wow, I love the way that turned out at the end. I mean, it's it was such a great match because on all honesty, it really could have gone either way for both players between Josie and Tesseract. But with ultimately Tesseract taking the lead, a lot of players have said it. They thought that Tesseract was not going to do as well just because they haven't been playing as much in the past month. And especially with some of the new changes that came around here, Tesseract really just showed who's boss in this game.
He has deserved his headset charge time, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we basically waited for Tesseract to just dominate at the very end, but Josie definitely putting up a fantastically strong fight here.
A serious fight, no doubt.
All right, I don't know, Sipper, what was your highlight of the day so far?
Oh man, I mean, this might just be a recent bias, but the steez that Josie has in terms of those behind the back shots and those flick shots of the Viper E, like you were saying, it's very fun to watch, as well as Master going forward as well. But I do really like all of the frostbite throws. I think 24's frostbite throws are probably my favorite part. Just the nonchalantness of it. It's just a subtle style little tidbit that's in there.
Yeah, I think my highlight is probably the match between Tesseract and 24, just because that was such a hot and heated match. It really could have gone to the very end of it there, and they were still back and forth here. With that being said, we are going to give a big shout out, thank you to all of our sponsors for today. Resolution Games, a game you all know and love. Blaston here. Obviously, it had such a fun and such a blast of a time of putting together this tournament for all you players and whatnot. And other big shout out to Influence Connections if you have any video editing needs. And by the way, one of the grand prize winnings was a $100 video edited towards the grand finalist here, Tesseract. So, I mean, on top of the cash prizing, they're also going to get that as well. But yeah, great team of video editors. Also, big thanks to ourselves, I guess that's how that works, Ember Studios, for putting together the event. And last but not least, Fluid Gaming. Actually, there's one more after this. Fluid Gaming, the community of content creators and gamers. And last but not least, Challenger Mode, the bracket that you all witnessed the games played off of. And I don't know, Super, do you have any parting words before we bring in our special surprise for the day?
I think I am more than ready for our special surprise. Let's bring him in.
All right. We got a special surprise for you here. Welcome, Master, to the channel and the live stream. How you doing today?
He's currently.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Welcome, Master, to the channel. I hear myself here. I don't know. Master's watching the stream here too. Great for the support. But Master, I think you have a little surprise for us.
Yes. All right. Let's get this ready. That's my message to Tesseract. Good job, man. Very well played.
Very well played indeed. Thank you so much, Master, for hopping in on the call here and showing your support. And that's going to be a wrap from Master and a wrap for the tournament here. We are the champions indeed. Big congratulations to Tesseract, and also big congratulations for Josie for putting up a fantastic fight. And thank you for Master for getting us demonetized and muted in every which way possible. So, with that being said, that is a wrap for today's event. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Super, for coming in as my co-caster for today. And I guess that's it. We'll catch you next time.